We're at the Dare to Dream Racing Stables with Piet and Keanen Steyn to talk about their Carter runners at Hollywood Bets Durbanville on Saturday the 17th of August. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Pleasure, thanks for having us.
So we're going to kick off in race 1, the 1,000-metre maiden plate for fillies and mares. You're sending out Fleur de Ville. 3-year-old talk of the town, has been up the straight at Kenilworth and seems an improving sort. Will she like Durbanville?
I think she'll manage. Obviously got a draw to contend with, taking around the bend, but she's straightforward. She's super consistent. She's doing really, really well, and we're expecting a good run.
Then race 3, the 1,400-metre maiden plate. You're sending out PJ. He's got the forward draw. Keanen, you're on board again. Has had 2 starts under the belt over the Kenilworth 1,200. On paper, looks like he will like a little bit further. So what are you hoping for him on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. I think he'll enjoy it further. He's got the draw as well. He's a bit of a soft horse. He's improved so much at home. So we're expecting the penny to drop soon for the races. And for him to enjoy the bend and take the race as it comes.
Right, then moving on to race 5, the 1,600-metre class 4. You've got 3 this time, Radicchio, Avignon and Das Gut. What can you tell us about these 3?
Look, Radicchio obviously won a very nice race last time. I thought he was a little bit overweight, and he did very well to hold on in a very close finish. So I believe that he has improved from that, and he's not a bad horse. He's this is pretty much his class. So I'm expecting another good, honest run from him. Just hope that the race works out well for him. That's good. I was very impressed with last time. He's always shown us so much at home, and always had high expectations for him. And unfortunately, he's never really brought it to the track until his last run. But he's run well at Durbanville. So all his runs at Durbanville have been good runs, and this is back at Durbanville. So hoping for another good performance. It is his second run after a bit of a break, so obviously always a little bit concerned about that. But he's well at home. I mean, obviously we can't do much, and it's very, very hard to say how well they really are. But he's looking good and feeling good, so expecting a good run from him. Avignon, very nice horse. This is going to be a little bit on the sharp side for him. But it is his first run after a very long break. He had a really horrible injury, and I thought that he showed a lot of guts and fight to get through that. And I'm just so happy to see him back on the track. He is going to need this run. We haven't galloped him or anything, so he's going to need this run. And ideally, I would have preferred a little bit shorter, even though this is. He's a horse that's wanting a little bit further than this, just because it's his first run. Ideally, I would have liked a little bit shorter, but I think maybe I'm just hoping for him to surprise us. The main thing really for him is to have a good run and come on from it and return well from the run.
And I'm sure Keanen's going to look after him well.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Then race 7, the 2,000-metre Cape Sea Stakes. You've got Baton Rouge and Flight Display. So Baton Rouge does have the 61.5, but he won over the 2,000 at Kenilworth in May. And then Flight Display didn't get the best of the draws, unfortunately. You seem to have one on either end. Got Joshua Swallermans and 50.5 to shoulder. So how are these two doing?
Look, Flight Display, I think, is a filly that I'm hoping for her to show me a little bit more at the course. Her first run was a very nice run, and then her second run was very disappointing. So I'm not quite sure how she's going to handle the Durbanville turn. She's quite a tall, leggy filly. But she's got a nice lightweight, and I think with the amount of work that she's done, and because she's not a big bulky horse, that she's not a horse that's going to take a lot of work, so she could possibly get away with it. And with that lightweight, I'm hoping that the race works out well for her and she can overcome that draw nicely and just run a much improved run. I want to see a little bit of improvement from her. Baton Rouge, I think last time was a little bit unfair. He's a big bulky horse, and those horses take a lot of work, and we weren't able to do a lot in 61.5 on his back last time, and without having any long pace work straight into that race over that distance was always going to be a little bit tough, and he needed that run quite a bit. So he would have come on from that run. Again, we haven't done much, but at least he had that run, which was not that long ago, and so he'll be a little bit fitter this time round. 61.5 on his back again is not going to be easy, but the good draw does help a little bit, and I'm expecting him to run a very good race. Hopefully he can win it. I mean, that would be fantastic, but I don't think that we can have a lot of confidence going into this race.
Then race 8, the 1250 class 5 for fillies and mares. You've got Try Me, which Keanen's taking the ride. Got the 8 draw, 56.5. Did try Durbanville last time out, and seems to like this kind of a trip. And then she's joined by Trey Chic. Didn't have a lot of luck with the draws this time, Piet. 12 out of 12, but Elder on board 59.5. Does seem to have a bit of form, but obviously the draw is going to be a concern for her.
Yeah. So Try Me is a very, very good, honest little filly. She's she's just a tiny little girl, but she always has so much fight in her, and always gives off her best. And I think if the race works out well for her where she is at the moment, she's not a filly that takes a lot of work. So even though we haven't been able to do much, she'll run a good, honest race. And if she has luck in the running, she'll be there at the finish. Trey Chic, unfortunately, with that draw, it's not going to be so easy. She's also a filly that always seems to give off her best at the end of the race. Just needs a bit of luck in the early part. So from that draw, I think Aldo's going to have his work cut out. If things work out well for her and she gets into a good position, and that she's a filly that will have a chance in this race. This is her class, so she will have a chance, but she's going to need a lot of luck. So I would be of the opinion that if I had to choose one between the two, I'll probably lean with Try Me, only because she's such a gutsy filly, and things I think should work out a little bit easier for her. Trey Chic's going to need a lot of luck, but they're both very, very well, and if the race works out well, they'll both run very good races, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them both in the placings.
Then moving on to race 9, the 1250 class 4, you're sending out Shifting Path. He's got the 6 draw. Keanen, you're taking the ride, 55.5. Is coming down in class. You took him out over the 1200 at Durbanville last time out, and looked to be staying on. How's he doing at the moment?
Yeah, he's doing phenomenal. He is an ultra consistent horse. I think he won't have any problems fitting into Durbanville. I think if anything, it'll be to his benefit, going around the bend, slowing the pace up a little bit with the work. We haven't been doing too much work, and should be in the mix.
And then you're closing out the day in race 10, the 1,000-meter Cape B Stakes with Tyrion Lannister. I know he's a stable favourite, and we've been hoping for a race for him for a while. So you've got the 7 draw. He is the sort of horse who does have a bit of class on his day, coming back off gelding in a bit of a rest, but this will be his first run back.
Yeah, it is obviously short of his best, but obviously coming back from a gelding and needing the run. I think it's a perfect prep run for him to get back into his proper distances, and with it being a sprint and us not being able to work it, just keep him ticking over. He's also super talented, so we just want him to go out there, have a good experience, have a good run, come back well, and come on from it.